What's up, everyone? My name is Tyler. You are watching Mom's Basement MMA. And in this episode, I have a former PFL veteran joining me on the program today. She's from Ukraine and she trains out of Nevada. Welcome, Olena Kolesnyk. Always a pleasure to have you on the program, my friend.
Hi everybody. Thank you for invite.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure. Olena, I wanted to talk on a couple things about your PFL background. You are a two-time semi-finalist. You have been through this PFL gauntlet many times. And last year in particular, it was a different challenge, a new weight class, new opponents that you had to face. What were some of the biggest lessons you learned about the 2023 PFL regular season?
Well, to be honest, every fight, from fight to fight, I just became stronger, more technical, and better with my fight game. And as we see, the only person who can stop me, it's the champ, it's Larissa Pacheco. So everyone else, after my lost her, for example, 2022, let's start from the beginning. After my lost her 2021, I beat the girl who beat Clarissa Shields, and I beat UFC veteran. After her loss 2032, I beat UFC star Aspenland, and I just not only beat, I make upset of the night, and then I easy deal with the Japanese girl second. So I believe in one thing. The most important is just keep moving forward, and you move, you lose, like fighting career, okay, but you became a little bit better. You move, you lose, okay, again you became a little bit better, and one day, I promise you, mark my words, I will fight for the belt, and one day this belt will be mine.
Elena, one of the things that's interesting about the PFL right now is like I look at the regular season format and I think of somebody like you. I think about somebody who was in the regular season format for many times, a few years, a lot of fights. And to me, I think that is like one of the most like prestigious tournaments in all of mixed martial arts. Like that is a physical, mental, and it's a physical gauntlet. And then it also tests your mind. Like it's one giant fight camp. And I don't think really a lot of people understand like how difficult that is. And there now we have a lot of new faces that are in the PFL regular season. What advice would you give to a new guy that's just showing up and starting to compete in the regular season for the first time? Like, what are some of the words of wisdom that you would give somebody like that?
You need to be ready for the war, not only physical but mental war, because it's not just one or two fights in the year. You must be ready for the 4 fights, and you must be ready for the 4 fights as soon as you start your fight camp for the first fight. I don't tell you to think about your finals, make it step by step, but you must be ready that as soon as you win your first fight, God bless you to everyone to win who work hard, you must be ready that will be the second one after months and a half, and the third one will be in less than 2 months, and the final give you more time for preparation. So it's pretty exhausted, but I love it, and I feel a little bit upset that they prefer smaller chicks than big chicks. But I understand this word, it's okay, I'm joking. But yeah, the tournament system was amazing, because I'm huge fan of K1, and when they fight 3 fights in one night, this is what I'm dreaming for, and I have such experience when I fought. It was in Muay Thai in 2011. I fight for Muay Thai World Cup in Dresden, Germany, and I make 3 fights in one day. So, and I can know how it feels. So, to make 3-4 fights in a year, it's a great challenge for you guys. And a lot of guys I know, they not be happy to take part in the tournament because they understand it will be hard. It will be really hard. The same with the girls. I'm sure some girls already retirement or start to do some other things. But yeah, that's awesome. It will be amazing experience, and I love it. And even my losses, so it still was one of the best experience of my life, to be honest. And if somehow this tournament system will be in the Bellator in 145 for girls, wow, put me in the train.
biggest story of 2023 in mixed martial arts was this whole idea of Bellator and PFL merging. And, I'm sure you read all the things that were on the internet, all the things that were in the papers. And then late last year, everything goes through. And I was, I won't name any names, but I talked to a few fighters on the side, and they were just, some people really excited about it. And then others were like, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Where were you in all of that? Like, were you excited that Bellator was going to be absorbed by PFL and it would open up a totally different world of MMA, or are you a little more on the cautious or skeptical side of it?
If you fight right now and in Bellator and start to say that you're not happy about it, you don't belong to this league. You just need to move somewhere else. I was happy because, again, Bellator has more girls, more opportunities for fights, more 145ers. I was grateful for that. And I still have fights. I still have opportunity to do what I actually love to do. And to challenge myself with other girls, the same weight class, the same height, skills, and let's not forget about elbows, which I miss, which I really love because my basic was Muay Thai and boxing. So I was excited about that. And I heard, as all of us, rumors that they will buy Bellator, but only after a while they say it in the public. And I asked myself, what will I do? I said, well, if I have fights in Bellator, I will be ready for this because elbows make me excited. And if they have more tournament in PFL, I will be happy for this too. So I'm just happy to have opportunity to make what I really love to do.
When were you notified that Bellator was interested in having you compete and not so much the seasonal format? Like, at what point, like, did you find out that they were going to run flyweights and then Bellator would be your pathway to competition for this year?
Well, the same as all of us. The same as
Mhm.
all of us. They just announced, like, sorry, but it is what it is. No more tournaments. Yeah, but I know that Bellator, it's new open door for the girls. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Just do it. For me, just give me opportunity to fight. I will fight you like on the streets. I don't care where to fight.
Well, you brought up, Olena, something that I think is really, really important. And when I think of you, I think of boxing immediately. That's the first thing I think about with somebody like with your skill set. I know your boxing background. I know you're a champion in boxing, but I also know that you did some time in Thailand and you trained at Tiger. And there's a big part of your mixed martial arts game that we haven't seen because elbows, that's a critical part of Muay Thai. That's not allowed in PFL. Bellator, they don't care if you throw elbows there. And I was curious, like, was that like a big draw to you? Was that like a big thing that made you excited because you're able to
Listen,
use a
yeah.
lot of Muay Thai that you haven't been able to show before?
Well, let's start that. Let's start from that. I start my sport journey from Muay Thai. I'm a bronze medalist of the World Championship. I'm silver medalist of the European Championship Muay Thai. I'm multi-time champion of Ukraine Muay Thai Championship. So I kind of have experience in competing Muay Thai style. And I was in Thailand in 2019. I won Tiger tryouts, where you compete 3-4 days with exhausting trainings. And as they don't have girls, they have some girls, and but they were not my size, and they put me compete with guys.
Mhm.
And sparring with men, it's not so easy, especially when we won't win and we compete for this for the whole world. It's only 10 people allowed to win the free training, free accommodation, and free food. So guys, not be so polite and nice when they spar with me. And listen, I understand. And yeah, it was hard experience, especially I remember we eating with Charles Johnson, who's now in UFC, my friend. He actually, shout out to him. He the first one who support me when I fly from Ukraine here, and he was really helpful, and he helped me with my sportswear sponsor. So shout out for them too. So anyway, like I remember when I eat with Charles, we eat something. I guess it was Thai noodles, something like that. It was him and three other boys who compete, and uh, they set out to say, "What if you not win? What will you do?" They asked me. I said, "There is no option not win because I have one-way ticket." They're like, "What?" I say, yeah, like it was money enough just for one-way ticket. And if I lost and one of you win, I come at you at night and shoot one of you. And I'm not, with my horrible English accent and no smile, it's pretty terrifying. I don't know. Anyway, thanks God, protect them from this and give me opportunity to win and became a champion of Muay Thai tryouts. So yeah, I'm pretty love Muay Thai and love elbows, and the experience of punch somebody by hands and elbows. I have pretty enough.
You are a devastating striker. You're very, very powerful, and people do not want to stand and strike with you for good reason. And when you go back, you look at your fights, and everyone has pretty much the same game plan. It's I'm grappling this girl and I'm taking her down to the ground because I don't want to stand and fight her there. You fought Aspen Ladd last year, and she tried to employ that strategy against you, and it didn't pay off. And in my opinion, I thought you won that fight decisively. I thought she really struggled to implement her game plan. I thought you looked fantastic. Now you're going up against Sarah Collins. She's a 5-0 undefeated fighter from Australia. She has some jujitsu. I would, yes, she's a mixed martial artist, but I would say if I had to guess, I would say that she looks primarily comfortable in the grappling area. Do you expect her to try to emulate a similar style against you like Aspen did?
Uh, I think she will try for sure. I think her last fight make her confidence in her striking skills because she fought with the Irish girls who going to fight in the same fight card. And to be honest, I was surprised that she not shoot
Mhm.
or do something near the cage. But she make a smart fight. Her last fight was pretty smart because other girl, I forget her name. I'm sorry.
Sinead Kavanaugh.
Correct.
Yeah.
She doesn't make anything in the fight. So why you need to push her forward if you keep winning the rounds? So I think she will try to striking, and then when she realized there is no chance with me of striking, she will try to take me down for sure.
Do you also feel though that she hasn't fought somebody like you? Because no disrespect to Sinead Kavanaugh, I know she's a dangerous lady, but she's also like at the tail end of her career. I would say. I think that's a fair thing to say. You're in your athletic prime still, and you can still compete at like the highest level of mixed martial arts. I don't think she's really seen that yet in her career thus far. Is that something that you would agree?
I don't want to sound, again, as you said, I don't want to sound disrespectful to this girl. I think it's a good fight for me for comeback
Mhm.
after fight with Larissa. And I think that it's pretty strong girl, physically strong. And this is what make her, I think, more confident in her fight because we're both strong women. But we'll see, I'll be my best. I show my best as usual. I will show the show. And what made me really dangerous for these girls, I don't scare anything. I don't scare take it down. I don't scare miss the punch. I think to keep fighting and keep winning even after lost to Pacheco, it says a lot about me as a mental person. I really like proverb, you not make me, you can't break me. So I just step by step will be make my way to the belt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune into the Bellator Champions Series that will be happening in Dublin, Ireland on June 22nd. And Olena, like, without giving away your game plan, I don't want to ask you about your training. We'll see all that come fight night. But I will ask you, how do you see this fight going down between you and Collins? Like, where do you see the biggest advantage over an opponent like this? And how do you think the fight's going to end?
Well, I tell you next. I think it's It will be interesting fight, and I will do my best to make a huge show. And especially with the elbows, it can make more blood.
Well, we will leave it at that. Make sure you tune in to watch Olena fight at the tail end of the month. And I did want to ask you one final question before I let you go. We're in a Bellator format. It's different, and you kind of have a little bit of leeway in terms of you win the fight, you get to call out somebody, you get to decide, or you can at least ask them, like, hey, I want to fight this person. Is that something that excites you? And do you have a name in mind for somebody you'd like to fight next?
Yeah, I have a name in mind. Let's do like this. As soon as God help me win this fight, I let you know. Well, of course, I announce it after the fight, and I let you know more. We will make one more interview after the fight.
Well, there you go. Let's find out who Olena will be calling out. You'll find that out on June 22nd. Olena, if there's anyone that you would like to thank or talk about before I let you go, let's do it.
I just want to be thankful for all fans and all people who support me and reach out for me, especially for people who will be in the Ireland and Dublin this day and who come. And I know a lot of people come for watch this fight. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for keep your eye on my crazy Ukrainian journey. So let's the show begin.
Thank you, Olena. I look forward to having you back on the program really soon.